I'd love to do this. It's amazing. This is sick. This is so sick. Like, of course, yeah, this is amazing.
This film has, the main conflict has a lot to do with Miles being told what he can't do, being told he's not a real Spider-Man, what he's not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Did you see this as a commentary on fandom? Like, to the fans who are resistant to acknowledging Miles as Spider-Man?
Quite possibly, you know. I think you would be foolish to see this movie and think that they weren't thinking about fans the entire time. But I think that it's a broader, it could be bigger than that. Miles' challenges or him being shut down. I literally just finished reminiscing about the times where, you know, I was very, where I was underestimated. There was a point in time where people couldn't imagine, couldn't fathom my life today. So it definitely, like, writing your own story, how you wear that mask, finding, like, you know, taking that leap of faith, like the messages in this franchise, this story, the way that they're putting it together, I feel like it's all written in the stars, and I'm really honored. I'm reminded in this moment how, like, purposeful everything, it all really just ties together, which goes back to this movie. Everything is like this web that's just connected, you know.
Gwen gets a little bit more of a main character spotlight in this movie as opposed to the last one. What did you like most about exploring her life and her relationships a little more this time?
I mean, just that I got to do it, and that the fans get a little more insight into her world. And she's an incredible character and loved by so many, and I feel so lucky to be the one that gets to bring her to life in this. But again, I think along with Miles and all the other characters in this movie, she has such a strong point of view and such a bold voice, and it does not go unheard in this, and I'm excited for people to see it and see how they react.
Absolutely. Were you guys thinking a bit about how your characters have sort of these parallel journeys on this film? They both have this similar conflict with their parents and their identities. Did that go into how you approach the performances?
Well, I honestly didn't know until I saw the movie that some of Gwen's hurdles.
We're just like, we have no idea what's going on.
I just go to the booth and follow directions. You know, we weren't given a script. So, yeah, it's just really nice because honestly, I knew that Hailee was killing it. I knew Issa was killing it. I knew Jake was killing it. So it was really just nice to see it all come together. Same thing with the animation. I knew they were going to take it up a notch. So seeing it is like, yeah, it's like that breath of fresh air. Like, okay, like leaving the spa, you know?
I can't believe it's in my brain already. I have a hard time wrapping my head around it. It's such a good movie. All right, here's a fun one. If you guys woke up tomorrow with spider powers, what would be the first thing you did?
Jump off a building?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
Or swing from buildings.
Exactly.
And without spoilers, whatever you can say in 3 words. 3 words. You get 3 words. Can you describe how people are going to feel seeing this movie in the theater?
If you're a Spider-Man fan and you've been following, like, from Tobey on, or even before, like way before the early animated ones, I mean, I think you'll feel like you were remembered. I think at a certain point you'll realize, like, this is bigger than Miles Morales. You know, it's like we're a part of that story, but it's so much. I mean, it's just so much bigger. So
There's a lot more than 3 words.
3 words?
You know what?
I totally missed the 3-word thing. Yeah.
Somewhere in there he mentioned 3 that I probably would have said.
Okay,
so there we
perfect. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
go. Thank you.
I'm grounded.
Bummer. What? Is Spider-Man grounded?
So watching the film, Hobie stood out as a genuine scene stealer, such a fun character. Were you a fan of Spider-Punk before this role came along? Were you familiar with him?
I wasn't familiar with him, and then when it came around, I did a dig, and I was like, oh, this guy's amazing. It was like, I read all the comments, I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. I was really into it, into the world that it created, and then I went, oh wow, there's so many Spider-Man comics that are out there. I love that the world is so rich, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was really great to go on that journey and discover with this character.
Stop what you're doing and stop Spider-Man.
I loved how he sort of had his own agenda as opposed to so many other Spider people. Would you be interested in exploring more of that character in projects outside of the Spider-Verse? You gunning for a spin-off?
I mean, I love the character. If it came, then I'd love to do this. It's amazing. This is sick. This is so sick. Like, of course, yeah, this is amazing.
So your character's a newcomer, obviously, to this film. Had you seen the first film when it came out years ago? Were you a fan?
Yeah, well, I watched it a bit late because it came out like in the autumn, and I kind of was like, what's going on there? It's a bit weird. So then I kind of like, let me wait on people to see what they think, and then everyone's like, "It's amazing, amazing." And I watched it, and I was like obsessed, and I watch it every Christmas.
Were there any Spider people in this film that you wish were in it that you didn't see in it yet?
No, not really.
Yeah.
No, not really. Like, I was still getting acquainted to that world way more. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like I'm really processing all the Spider people that are in it already. Do you know what I'm saying? And all the things. So, but I can't wait for all the other ones that will come. In the future ones, there's a couple spoilers. There's a couple great ones that come at the end of the film, which is great to see.
All right, here's kind of a fun one. If you woke up tomorrow with spider powers, what would you do first?
I would climb. I would walk on the ceiling. I would just do laps
around your room in a circle.
Yeah, around my room, because I'll be like, I don't want anyone to know. I really don't want anyone to know. It'd be really weird, and I'll see how. I definitely want to beat city traffic. So I would just see how I can do that as well.
Last one, without spoilers, in 3 words, what can you describe how we're going to feel seeing Beyond the Spider-Verse next year?
Beyond the Spider-Verse next year?
Yeah, the next one.
Oh, you're a funny
I'm looking
one.
ahead. I'm looking ahead.
You're a funny guy. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
All right, perfect. Great. Thank you so much for your time, Daniel. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man. Take care.